Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And we are live. Okay, so I just done a live, just finished a live, but I'm back with another one. And why, you ask? Why, Rafi? Why have you gone live 2 times in a row? 2 times in a row. Well, yes. Philip Khan Roberts up in the building. Well, this today is a very auspicious occasion. You see, today marks the first anniversary. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, let me get my screen right. Boom. Where is it? Boom, boom. Okay, so today marks the first anniversary of Wilder Fury 2. Yes, it was a year ago today. Was it today? Yeah, something like that. A year ago today when Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury stepped in the ring for the second time. And what an auspicious occasion that was. And I thought it was only fitting with these two fellas still in the news, talking about the third fight, whatever. We'll get into that in a second. Thought it only fitting that we commemorate the first anniversary of Wilder Fury 2 today. Okay, so where do we begin with this? Where do we begin with this? I know the perfect place. Okay, so let's get into it without no form of delay. And let me, as a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. Perfect place. Let's do the sound check. To it without no form of delay. And let me, boom, boom, boom. And in comes the man like T. White, better known as the Fight Doctor, with his opening salvo. Get ready, folks. It's almost time for the AJ cheerlead. And once again, these cats come in here talking about AJ cheerleading. They're coming to cheerlead for whoever it is they want to cheerlead. We know who the Fight Doctor cheerleads for. And I haven't even mentioned Joshua. Joshua's not even in this particular picture. Let me drop this down so you can see. Joshua's not even in the picture, but so obsessed are they. So obsessed are these nefarious characters. So obsessed are they with Joshua that you don't even have to mention his name. They will mention his name for you. But it's all interesting stuff. Okay, so where do I begin? Hold on. How rude of me. Hold on. Let me drop the link in the chat. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so there it is. There it is. And as a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, there's one more task that it would be a remiss of me not to perform. Okay, so let me copy that. And let me share this in the secret society. I have not time to get over to Twitter. Just now, but let's share this with the secret society at least. What happened there? Did I not share this over there the first time around? Paste. Boom. There you go. Let's hit another spot. Paste. Boom. There you go. What else are we looking for? Let's go for the third one. Paste. Boom. There you go. And the last one, same procedure. Boom. There you go. Okay. So that's shared now amongst the secret society. So everybody knows. Okay. So where are we? Right. So, okay, we got a sound check done. Everything's done. People are now populating the area. 1 year, the 1 year anniversary. Let's get into it. Let's have a look at some of the chats, some of the comments. 1 year, happy 1 year anniversary, everyone, says the red gloved militant. What the hell of a momentous occasion. Happy Wilder Day. Okay. So let's get into this. Let's drop that down and let's get into the article. Let's get into the thing. Have I shared the link? Yes, I have. Okay, so let's hold on. Stop that. Don't want to do that. Let's share. Let's share the no, not that. Yeah. Okay. So first and foremost, let's get this right. Let's make it right. Let's get the size right. Okay. So welcome everybody. Let's get into this. The first anniversary, 1 year anniversary of Wilder versus Fury 2. Okay. So boxing. Deontay Wilder gives telling Tyson Fury trilogy update. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have the update. What's going on? What the hell's that comment from BG London? Can't make head nor tail of that. What the hell's that? Defies logic. No, okay, now hold on. This is the level of butt hurt. We have to address the level of butt hurt. We haven't even started the damn show. We haven't even got into it. But yet we got some hypersensitivity. In the chat already. What's with the hypersensitivity? The fight doctor. What's going on? We haven't even started the damn thing. Fight doctor.
I'm just waiting for you to bust out with your cheerleading outfit. That's all.
Hey, then I haven't even mentioned who cheerleading for who. Cheerleading for who?
Sir, well, we both know. We already know who you love to cheerlead for, and that's fine. We all have our favorites. Okay, there's no problem. If you like it, I love it.
If I had cheerleaded, or cheerled, then I could understand. But the show's just started. And you've mentioned Joshua's name multiple times. I haven't mentioned it once. You know what I'm saying? Nanu. Happy Wilder Day. Okay, so let's get into it now. Then let's get into it. The fight doctor anticipates some Wilder hate, but I don't know. You're just gonna have to wait and see. I mean, I don't understand why he's so apprehensive. But anyway, let's get into this shiznix. Okay, so Deontay Wilder gives telling Tyson Fury trilogy update. Well, as a matter of fact, I don't even know if we should start with that. I don't even know if we the pigeon. Okay, so pigeon, one hell of a supporter of the show, loves the show. Okay, so folks, smash that like button on your way in. You got the like button, the subscribe button. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. It works wonders. It's free. And for sure, don't be selfish. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay, so let's get. I'm not even gonna start there. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Rafi thinks on his feet. So let's start before this point here. Let's start before this point. Let's do it differently. Boom. What is this? Boom. Okay. So that is where we are. This is where we are going to start. So that's what kind of speed are we on there? What kind of speed? All right, cool. We can work with that. Okay. So everything was all cool in the gang. Deontay Wilder was rematching Tyson Fury on this day a year ago. It was all cool in the gang. This was before the fight. This was before the first fight because he had a different trainer for the second fight. But still, it was all cool in the gang. They got in the ring. How did that happen so fast? Okay. They got in the ring. They fought. Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder from pillar to post. And we thought, well, okay, fine, all cool in the gang. That's that. Everybody washed their hands, wiped their mouth, got up and went about their business. It was a great night of boxing. Well, the main event at least. And and everything was cool in the gang. Everything was cool in the gang. Deontay Wilder went silent. And yeah, everything was cool in the gang. Even certain channels over there in the US of A were reluctantly and grudgingly giving Tyson Fury his props. But then a guy who wasn't even a boxing channel came out and said that Tyson Fury's gloves, there was something wrong with Tyson Fury's gloves. And it was debunked. I myself, the Raphael Dawkins, the Combat Radio, I myself debunked it with a video, going on almost a year ago now. And yeah, but that didn't abate. Non-boxing channels were talking about the fist was in the wrist, talking a load of ridiculousness. And then the PBC, the LDBC channels picked it up and ran with it. Not everybody. There was a few sensible guys, a few sensible cats over there who knew that you couldn't fit an egg weight and you couldn't fit the fist in the wrist. But yeah, they ran with it. They picked it up and ran with it, and that was the first excuse. And then what was the second excuse? Fight doctor. I remember. I think the fist in the wrist was the first excuse, and
there was the his outfit was too heavy.
No, the first excuse was that the outfit was too heavy. That's the first thing we heard. But Deontay Wilder didn't back it. He stayed silent. And so he went on from the outfit was too heavy to the glove gate. Glove gate was the second thing. What was the third thing? The fight doctor. What was the third thing? The costume was first. Yeah, the costume was first.
Then I believe it was the spike water.
The costume was first. The water was spiked. Yeah, that could have been the second thing. The water was spiked. And then the third thing, the costume, water, spiked, and then the glove. The glove, I think they came around the same time. The glove, something wrong with the glove. The water was spiked. The second, the glove, maybe that was third. What was the fourth thing? The fight doctor. What was the fourth thing?
Those are the only ones that I recall. That and the egg weight. And that's it.
Oh, the egg weight was, so the fist was in the wrist. Then there was an egg weight. Yeah, you're right. Then there was an egg weight in the glove. And then that was maybe 4 or 5. And then, of course, the referee was drunk. We can't forget that one. The referee was drunk. The ref was drunk. Fight doctor's gone mute. The ref was drunk.
Well, I mean, that's... Yeah, well, I guess. I mean, I don't recall that one, but I guess anything is possible.
No, the ref was drunk. Not only I'm saying it, the Red Glove militant was saying it. Multiple people remember the ref was drunk. Don't forget Anthony Durrell. Yeah, Anthony Durrell. That's right. We can't forget Anthony Durrell. We're starting off going through the level, the excuses. Anthony Durrell is Crunk affiliated. Of course, Sugar Hill, Javon Sugar Hill, whatever it is, I've forgotten his surname is. Sugar Hill, obviously Crunk, nephew of Manuel Stewart. He's Crunk through and through. And Durrell is Crunk also. And apparently, and of course, Deontay Wilder's trainer or co-trainer at the time, Mark Breland. Of course, he was Crunk through and through. So the conspiracy that Durrell was shouting from the sidelines, giving instructions, telling him to throw in the towel. Yeah, throw in the towel now. That was again. So we got 5 or 6 there. Ref was drunk. Durrell poisoned water. Costume was heavy. It was okay when he tried it in the fitting, but when they put the batteries in, That's when, you know, the full weight kicked in. Don't forget Darrell. Okay, so I think we've got Darrell persuaded Breeden to throw the towel in. That's right. So we got the autopsy. Let's not forget when they got the readings back from the autopsy. Can't forget that one. Okay, so that's what happened. A litany of excuses came flooding out while Deontay Wilder ostensibly appeared to be silent. But when he broke his silence, he reiterated all the nonsense we had heard. Where are we now? Save our champ. Darrell was saying, save our champ. Save our champ. Save our champ. Yeah, that's all those things that were going on. So I guess that's what happened after the fight. The fight doctor. Take it from there. You as an American listening to all of the litany of excuses. How was it for you?
The left glove looks suspicious to me.
Yeah, elaborate. Carry on. Elaborate. The floor is yours.
Well, okay, it looks suspicious. I mean, I don't know that he tampered with it, but I mean, the way it's flopping about, I don't think he had an egg weight in his hand. I don't think that was the case, but left glove definitely looks suspicious. I mean, the way that it's flopping, there was something going on with Fury's left hand, in my opinion. Now, all the rest of the excuses, I can't see. I can't see if the costume was too heavyweight, that's your own fault. And if the water was spiked, well, I don't see how the water could be spiked and then not turn up in the post-fight drug test. And in terms of the referee was drunk, it seemed to me like if the referee was indeed drunk, that would be equally deficient to both parties. So none of those other excuses fly, in my opinion. I think we lost Rafi. Yeah, indeed we did. So maybe he's going to change his shilling outfit. Put on some clean leotards and spruce up his pom-pom so he can properly cheer for AJ. I was holding it down for you while you went to change your shilling outfit.
Cheerleading outfit. We haven't even mentioned Anthony Joshua, but you got stateside. You know, the obsession. You're obsessed. You don't even have to mention Anthony Joshua, and even AJ flicks sometimes. There's nothing wrong with flicking your glove like that. I don't know. Is it against the rules? Is it against the rules?
No, it's against the rules if your hand is not all the way in the glove. Yes.
The hand is not. Yeah.
Which
rule is that? Which rule is that? Have you seen? Have you seen that? Have you seen it written down? Have you seen that written down?
If you want me to go and dig up the rule, I'll be more than happy to do that.
No, I don't want you to do that. I mean, if it was a big thing, then presumably you'd have that on hand. You would have that on hand. You know, so you wouldn't have to go nowhere to look it up or dig it up. That's just something that you would have.
Well, listen, I apologize that I don't have the rules of boxing, the Marquess of Queensberry
No, you
rules.
said it was a rule. You said it was a rule that the hand had to be all the way in the glove. I mean, you know, what your fingertips have to be touching the other end. I've never read that rule. I've never read that rule.
I'll find it for you, okay? But your hand has to be all the way in the glove. Your hand can't be partially in the glove. I'm sorry, but you just can't.
Well, I mean, all the way. I mean, how are you defining all the way? How are you defining all the way? That is the question that comes immediately.
So you realize, of course, you do realize, of course, that Fury is a cheater, right?
Well,
And
you
that's
need
not
you need to
my
you need to elaborate on that. I
and
mean,
that's and that's well, we've gone over it on this show. I mean, didn't he pop dirty in the Klitschko fight?
yeah, I mean that was like about what 5 years ago, something like that. 5 years ago, yeah. So I mean, you cheated once 5 years ago. Does that mean you're forever a cheat? Does that
Well, I
mean
don't
you're
know.
forever
Does
a
it?
cheat? Is there
Does
not
it?
statute of limitations, something
Well,
like
well, well, I mean, I don't know that it makes him a cheater forever, but he has popped dirty.
that?
So
Yeah.
we know that he's not above twisting, bending, or even breaking the rules. We know this, right?
Twisting, bending, or even flipping the rules, flicking the reels.
Exactly. Flicking, breaking, circumventing, whichever word that you would like to use.
Okay. So we have a litany. We had a litany of excuses. A litany of excuses that came out around the time. And which excuse did you find the most probable?
Well, honestly, initially, I wasn't hearing any of the excuses, and I'm still not. However, based on my own observation, there appears to be something going on with the left glove. Now, I don't think that he had a foreign object in his hand.
It's flicking the wrist. There's no rule against flicking the wrist like that.
It goes. I didn't say anything about his wrist. I said there was something going on with the glove, not his wrist. There's a difference.
But when you flick the wrist, makes the glove look floppy. So it's very simple. It's very simple science. When you flick the wrist, it makes the glove look floppy. It ain't magic. It ain't magic.
Yeah. Well, what I'm talking about goes above and beyond simply flicking his wrist. Okay, because at the end of the day, when you're landing punches, the only part of the glove that's supposed to touch your opponent is the top of the glove or the very front of the glove. All right, and we see
that's the knuckle of the glove. You're talking about the knuckle of the glove, and that's what's
exactly
the knuckle.
Exactly, but we see images of other parts of Tyson Fury's glove, left glove in particular, striking Deontay Wilder in the face. Now that's not what I'm making up. That's what I saw with my own two eyes. And if you go back and watch the film, you'll see it too.
So what's the allegation? What's the allegation?
Well, I'm not making any specific allegation. What I'm saying is that the left glove looks suspicious. That's what I'm saying.
How? In what way? In what way?
Like I said, it did not look like his hand was completely in the glove.
Does his hand look like it's completely in the glove now?
Well, he's sparring, or he's not even sparring.
I'm not asking you what he's doing. I'm asking you, does his hand look like it's in the glove now?
Honestly, no, it doesn't. To be completely honest with you, no, it doesn't. Now, it could be that he's throwing punches with an open hand, which is illegal.
Right.
Okay, which is illegal.
Right.
All right, but now, yes,
hitting with the inside of the glove is illegal. I mean, I think that's what you're saying.
That's illegal too. Yes. Okay, so punching with an open hand, which is what it looks like he's doing right now, is illegal. Now, here's the other thing, right? If you're telling me that right now he's punching with a closed fist and the glove is flopping as is, then there's definitely.
No, I'm saying he's flicking. He's flicking. So the hand is open. The hand is open.
Okay, but punching with an open hand is illegal. You can't do that.
Well,
at the point of contact, your hand has to be closed. You cannot punch with an open hand. You can't slap.
Did you ever watch Muhammad Ali fight?
Again, more red herrings. I'm going to buy you a fishing pole or some tackle because you love to pull a red herring out of your ring.
I don't think you know what a red herring is because you don't.
No, I know exactly. I know exactly what a red herring is.
Well, you use it incorrectly.
A red herring is meant to distract from the point at hand. And the point at hand is Tyson Fury's left glove. And you're talking about Muhammad Ali.
Well, I'm
Now,
asking
listen,
you. I'm asking you for a reason. I'm asking you for a reason. Have you ever seen Muhammad Ali flicking his wrist like Tyson Fury is doing?
Listen, if you wish to insinuate that Muhammad Ali punches with open hands, I'll be the first to agree. And it was illegal then, and it's illegal now. Just because Muhammad Ali didn't get caught cheating doesn't mean it wasn't cheating.
Okay, so
sir, you have to punch at the point of contact. The glove, your hand has to be closed.
Flicking the wrist is nothing new. Tyson Fury's never been pulled up by any referee saying stop flicking your wrist. Stop flicking your wrist. So I don't see if you're flicking the wrist, which is being done for centuries, maybe. For centuries, boxers have flicked the wrist, maybe.
And again, you're bringing up a red herring because we're not talking about flicking wrists. What I'm talking about is punching with an open hand. That's what I'm talking about.
Punching with an open hand. What are you talking about? So you're talking about the knuckle of the glove coming into contact with a person, face or torso. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about punching with an open hand. And
are you talking about glove? You're talking about the palm.
The fist has to be closed when you're punching. All right, now those are the rules.
Okay, so
now with the glove flopping about, there's one or two things that can cause the glove to flop about like it's doing. Either the hand is open, which is illegal, or if you're punching with a closed fist, and the glove is still flopping about, then that means the glove is not on properly.
So would you say the gloves are on properly right now?
The only way I can answer that, I can't answer that. The only thing I can say is this. One or two things is happening. Either he's punching with an open hand or the glove's not on properly. That's what I know.
Okay.
That's what I know.
Was he ever pulled up? Has Tyson Fury ever been pulled up for punching with an open, with a fist not properly clenched?
Sir, Jack the Ripper was never caught, right? But that doesn't mean he didn't break the law.
I'm just asking you if you've ever seen Tyson Fury pulled up because he was punching with his fist not fully clenched.
Sir, have you ever seen Jack the Ripper?
No.
Did Jack the Ripper get caught?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He's in jail right now. Peter Sutcliffe, we call him. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So like I said, Jack the Ripper never got caught. That doesn't mean he didn't break the law. Right?
So Tyson, one of Deontay Wilder's traits has been clubbing people with the wrist and clubbing them at the back of the head during his flurries. Do you find fault with that?
And again, more red herrings. Okay, more red herrings. But I'm going to take the bait and answer the question. Yes.
So yes, you're saying yes. You've seen Deontay Wilder hit people with the inside of the wrist, club them at the back of the head. You've seen that? I've
seen that. Yes, I have.
Yeah, and so have I many times. And so I don't understand the problem. If you're saying one fighter's doing something that is not entirely within the confines of the rule books, and another fighter doing something else which is not entirely within the confines of the rule book. Now, what's the problem if both of them have habits, certain habits? What's the problem?
What's the problem is that this is a blatant infringement of the rules.
So Deontay Wilder blatantly infringes the rules with his rabbit punches, with his. Sir,
I don't believe there's any moral equivalency here because.
Oh no, I haven't finished. So Deontay Wilder frequently breaks the rules with his rabbit punches, with his chops to the back of the head, and you've never spoken out about that, as far as I'm aware. But you have a problem with Tyson Fury, Tyson Fury's gloves. How does that make any sense?
Well, I don't understand that because I'm speaking out on it now. So what difference does it make? Listen, at the end of the day, there's no moral equivalency here because you have Deontay Wilder punches in that manner due to poor technique, whereas Tyson Fury, and it appears to me that Tyson Fury's whole left glove situation was in an effort to gain an unfair advantage. So there's no moral equivalency here, okay? This is not.
You don't think Deontay Wilder chopping people in the back of the neck is an effort to gain unfair advantage?
Honestly, I think it's a result of poor technique because he would be more effective if he would just hit somebody on the chin as opposed to hitting him in the back of the head.
No, back of the head's good too. I mean, in terms of this.
Well, but you can't. But that's not a legal scoring punch.
No, but
and hitting somebody. But if you hit somebody in the back of the head and they can't continue, then you're prone to get disqualified. So I'm not sure what advantage you gain by hitting somebody in the back of the head.
Well, we've seen Deontay Wilder in many of his finishing flurries using illegal blows, implementing illegal blows frequently.
Okay, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. So,
but that still does not absolve Tyson Fury of his alleged cheating.
And it doesn't absolve Deontay Wilder of his alleged cheating either.
And it does not absolve you of pulling these red herrings out of your rear end constantly.
Hey, listen, I'll cook up one of them red herrings for you. You know, have a nice little barbecue. That's no problem.
We can sprinkle them with mushrooms.
Hey. Okay. You see, that's the beauty of compromise. It's the beauty of compromise. Discombobulating the opposition. Okay. So Deontay's cheating is an accident. Hell to the no. No. It's rather convenient. Okay, but let us move on. Let us stop sharing that and move on. Okay. So the advantage is you rock your opponent and they are not able to recover at times. That's a hell of an advantage. This is Wilder Day, not Red Herring Day. It's Wilder Day. Okay, so where are we now? Okay, so you got a lot of background noise there, Fight Doctor. But anyway, so we got into the fight. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury won. Deontay Wilder lost. And where are we now? Let's share this, and I'll tell you where are we now. I've been back and forth, round and around, but let's share this. Boom. Okay, so former WBC. Let's make sure you can see what I can see. Okay, just about. So, former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder has finally admitted defeat in his pursuit of a third fight with Tyson Fury, aka the Gypsy King. So, the American has not fought since his first defeat inside the ring, which came at the hands of the Gypsy King, self-titled. Okay. Indeed, it was around a year ago today that Wilder suffered that fatal 7th round knockout at the hands of Fury at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Okay, so the Bronze Bomber made the surprising confession this week that he is now looking at other potential opponents. Speaking on his Instagram Live account, Wilder said, "I love to fight guys I haven't fought. You know, the ones at the top, which I haven't fought. That's what I want. That's what I want. I know that's lame a bit to not name a name, but anyone I haven't faced at the top, that's you. So not Tyson Fury or Luis Ortiz." Okay, so boom. You might get lost in translation. But let's make this very, very clear what he said. That's what I want. I know that's lame a bit to not name a name, but anyone I haven't faced at the top, that's who I want. So that rules out Tyson Fury and Luis Ortiz. Thank goodness it rules out Luis Ortiz. Who wants to see the trilogy? No, Thank you. Okay, so this would potentially leave the likes of the WBA of Anthony Joshua, the unified champ, or perhaps another former champion in the form of Andy Ruiz Jr. Okay, so the Bronze Bomber seemed, however, to hint more at the prospect of facing AJ, as he said, "I'm just going to the top. Once you go to the top and it's someone I haven't fought, that's who I want to fight. I want to clean out the division, period. OMG, Deontay Wilder, one face, one name, one champion." He hasn't said that for a couple of years. Is Deontay bringing back the one face, one name, one champion? He stopped saying that a couple of years ago. He stopped saying that once the offers started coming in from Anthony Joshua. All of a sudden, it ain't even about the belts anymore. Okay, so Ruiz Jr. does seem to be more realistic as Joshua appears on the verge of securing a 2-fight deal with Tyson Fury. Not only that, but when asked about the prospect of a Joshua Wilder encounter, promoter Eddie Hearn said, listen. Let's highlight this. He said, listen, Deontay Wilder knows he's turned down a deal of a lifetime to fight Anthony Joshua. But he made his bed, and I want to see him back in the ring. Let's get him back in the ring. Let's see him back in the ring. It's been a year. You haven't seen him back in the ring. All we are focused on is the Tyson Fury fight, and anything else happens in 2022, because those 2 fights will be our plan for 2021. Okay, so the fight doctor, have you finally, because I know a lot of Americans are having difficulty, but I'm glad I got you here because you're an American. It's good to have your perspective. So in America, how are you guys over in America taking the news that Tyson Fury will be fighting Anthony Joshua next?
Well, they haven't announced the fight yet, and I suspect, and I can't speak for all Americans, but I suspect that if Fury is going to duck the rubber match and fight Joshua, then Wilder will get paid a substantial amount of money to step aside. That's what I think.
Wilder getting Reptile Lifestyle up in the building. What happened there? What happened there? I'm out. Peace and stay safe. Yes. That's a Big Boys Boxing heading on out. Okay. So you say that you're expecting Reptile Lifestyle. Happy anniversary, everybody. Marla fight Ruiz. So you're expecting Deontay Wilder to get paid a handsome sum to step aside, but he's not stepping aside. He's been pushed aside. You don't get a handsome sum to get pushed aside. When you get pushed aside, when you get eased out, when you let the contract expire, which is what it appears, and Deontay Wilder has let the contract expire and freed up Tyson Fury to go ahead and fight Anthony Joshua. That's what it looks like. And when that happens, you don't get paid. You don't get paid step aside money when the contract expires and you get pushed aside. Get out of here. And you get moved aside. So why would he get any money? He's not getting a penny. Don't look like he's getting a penny.
Okay, well, we'll see. The night is young. So we'll see if Wilder's going to get his push aside money or not. I suspect that he will, if he hasn't already.
If he hasn't already. I think that's utter nonsense and utter poppycock. Nonsense and poppycock. The contract has expired. Deontay Wilder and Shelley Finkel let the contract expired, and I think the one potential reason for that is because they didn't want to fight Tyson Fury for the 3rd time. They wanted to chill out. They wanted to relax. They wanted to regroup. They wanted to see the lay of the land. But no money for a guy who lets the contract expire. He ain't stepped aside. He stepped out. When he let the contract expire, I put it to you that he stepped out. No stepping aside. Once you step out, once you lose your pen, it is game over. It's on with the next. On with the next.
So then I have a question for the Anthony Joshua cheerleading squad.
There ain't no cheerleading going on. You haven't even mentioned. You're the one mentioning Joshua. We're mentioning Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, but carry on.
So my question is, what will you say if and when it's revealed that Deontay Wilder indeed got paid step-aside money?
Repeat the question.
What will the Anthony Joshua cheerleading crew have to say if and when it is revealed that Deontay Wilder indeed was paid step-aside money?
Well, he hasn't stepped aside. He has gone to mediation. He's talking about arbitration. And where's the stepping aside? Where's the stepping aside? I don't see no step aside. He got pushed aside. He got dropped out. He lost his pen and got pushed aside. And you lose your pen, you get pushed to one side. He got pushed to one side. If it turns out, if it transpires that he gets paid somewhere along the line, then I'll say, what the hell do you pay him for? You let the contract expire. Why should he get paid? You get paid for fighting. You don't get paid for letting contracts expire. That's my point, and that's my take on that.
Okay, so if it's revealed that Deontay Wilder was paid step-aside money, at that point, will the Anthony Joshua cheerleading crew finally come to terms with what the rest of us already know, which is this was a duck?
What was a duck? Who ducked who?
Fury is ducking a man he's already knocked out and arguably beat twice.
Why would one man duck another man who he's already knocked out and arguably beat twice?
That's an excellent question. Unfortunately, sir, I cannot explain the answers of your countrymen, okay? But what I do know is this. If indeed Team Fury has paid Team Wilder step-aside money, to me, that looks like a duck.
Well, duck. I don't see why Fury would duck somebody you already mashed up. Don't make no sense. Paying him step-aside money. Paying a guy to let a contract expire step-aside money don't make no sense to me. This is insane. You even got Pigeon saying this is insane. And Pigeon's insane himself, so to get an insane man saying it's insane, dang. 1 million to step aside to earn 50 million versus AJ. Hey, if they toss him some chump change. If Fury tosses him some chump change, say, get out of here. Tosses him $1 million, get out of here. That'll be understandable. Don't think he's gonna toss him a damn penny though. Okay, so let's get back into this. Anything that you would prefer to see. So look, anything that you would prefer to see another Brit take on the former WBC champ this year. For me, I'd like to see Dillian White fight Deontay Wilder, but he has to deal with Alexander Povetkin. Focus on the now. Focus on the reality. And Deontay Wilder, I'm sure, he'll be in big fights. But for us, we know our plans for 2021. 2021. Yeah. So there you go. There you have it.
Listen, I have an idea. Mm-hmm. How about if Povetkin is able to get by Dillian White in the rematch? I would like to see Wilder Povetkin. So, and maybe this time Povetkin can not take his power pellets, not, get on the special sauce and come to the fight clean. So that this way, Wilder can knock him out properly.
Well, Deontay Wilder, he one thing we know about his career is he doesn't like to fight the top guys. Doesn't like to fight the top guys. He likes to fight the also runs. So,
well, wait, stop. Wait, hold on, wait.
No, I haven't finished. No, I haven't finished. I'll stop when I'm finished. One thing we know about Deontay Wilder, his history has shown us that he likes to fight the also runs. Very, very rarely in his career has he fought the top guys. Fought the top guy once. That was Tyson Fury. He fought a Luis Ortiz, who people say is a top guy, but who he beat? And Stavern, you have to mention Stavern. He was the first top 10 guy that Deontay Wilder fought in something like his 30th fight. Anthony Joshua was fighting guy. Well, Anthony Joshua had already unified before his 24th fight. You know what I'm saying? He'd unified. I think he fought for the championship something like in his 16th or 7th fight. Unified by his 20th fight, no 19th fight, something crazy. Whereas it took Deontay Wilder his 30th fight, almost twice as many fights as it took for Joshua to win the title, as it did take Deontay Wilder to fight his first top 10 guy. And that is absolutely crazy. Absolutely out of this world. And so, what was I saying? What was my question? What was my point? Yeah. So, Deontay Wilder has shown a lack of desire to fight the top guys. He didn't fight Vladimir Klitschko. But Tyson Fury fought him, and Anthony Joshua, who started his career years after both Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, and Anthony Joshua fought Vladimir Klitschko when Deontay Wilder would not. Anthony Joshua is a unified champion. Has had to fight multiples of top-ranking guys, just fighting mandatory after mandatory after mandatory after mandatory after mandatory, whereas Anthony Joshua fighting a couple of mandatories in a year, whereas it would take Deontay Wilder sometimes a couple of years to fight one mandatory. Anthony Joshua holding multiple belts, Deontay Wilder only holding one, and yet taking years to fight a mandatory, whereas Joshua was fighting two mandatories in 1 year. Utterly crazy and bizarre. So it shows different type of characteristics in the man. Deontay Wilder, you say, held the championship for 5 years, did not unify even once. Not even once did he unify. It's sad over there. It's sad over there. Lisa Bayless up in the building. The 418.
I can definitely say this, that if I were ever charged of a crime that I was actually guilty of committing, that I would want for you, sir, to plead my case.
Why is that?
Because the amount of apologizing that you are able to do.
Apologizing me?
Is yes. The way that you were able to apologize.
Apologize? What if I apologize?
Is nothing. Apologize. Well, you're apologizing for Anthony Joshua. That's for certain.
Excuse me? I'm apologizing for a guy who's unified.
You are apologizing. You are apologizing for Anthony Joshua. All right, because listen, it seems like you are very adept.
You guy became
unified.
Well,
you are very adept at. You are very adept at pointing out.
Who won the championship in his 16th or 17th fight, something like that. When Deontay Wilder didn't fight the first top 10 guy in his 30th fight, something like that. That's apologize. That's just stating the fact.
You are very adept at apologizing for or pointing out Anthony Joshua's many accolades, and at the same time dancing around or flat out ignoring his shortcomings. So
all I can tell you is that he won the world championship in something like his 16, 17 fight, something like that. It took Deontay Wilder twice as long, 30th fight, something like his 30th fight to fight his first top 10 guy. Meantime, in his 18th, 19th fight, 20th fight, Anthony Joshua was unifying. Anthony Joshua was unifying.
And what happened in his 22nd fight? What happened in his 22nd fight?
Deontay Wilder was a champion for 5 years and didn't unify not even once.
And what happened in Anthony Joshua's 22nd fight?
Not even once. Deontay Wilder, who Povetkin, you say Povetkin popped dirty, but Povetkin was clear to fight. Povetkin was clear to fight, but in the meantime, and let's get it straight, Deontay Wilder hasn't even touched down, didn't even touch down, he didn't even put his foot on Russian soil. He was over here in the UK, up in Sheffield, training for that fight. Didn't even touch down in Russia. He heard that there might be some abnormality with Povetkin's test, and boom, he was back on the flight to Alabama.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Wait, this is revisionist.
This cookie, you could say, who shot Roger Rabbit?
This is revisionist history at its finest.
Really?
Povetkin popped dirty, sir.
Povetkin popped for Oscarine, but he was cleared to fight because because it was legal, something like a few months prior, and then the levels in his system were minuscule. And instead of Deontay Wilder manning up and said, "Come, let's get it on, come."
Wait a minute. Wait. First and foremost, again, context is important here, sir. Context is important. Now, it's no secret that the Russians, are notorious for cheating. They're notorious for cheating. And let's not pretend as if Alexander Povetkin didn't already have a history of popping dirty prior to popping dirty again immediately before the Wilder fight. Okay? So I'm not understanding how the AJ is all of this sobriety here. The first time popping out of Russia, they're supposed to be fighting in Russia, where the Russians are notorious. Didn't the Russian 1988 Olympic team, one of the Olympic teams, they suspended the whole team for alleged drug use? In fact, it wasn't even alleged drug use. So come on, man. Listen,
Povetkin was cleared to fight. Wilder helped on the plane back to Alabama.
See, here's how you fix a dirty drug test. Don't use illegal substances. Okay? Listen, if something isn't supposed to be in your system and it's there, it doesn't matter how minuscule it is. The fact that it's there is a problem. And the problem is compounded by the fact that you've been caught dirty before. Coming out of Russia, which is not a good look, sir. It's not a good look.
Philip Carl Roberts writes, Wilder even waited for Vitali to retire 30 plus fights before going for the title. Dame. Wilder has fought only one champion. One. This is the 1 year. Anybody just joining us, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and say hello to the chat. Get your points of view across. I just seen. Who did I just see? D-Bro. You haven't seen D-Bro around this neck of the woods in a while. D-Bro, good to see you. An old name up in the chat. The old joining the new. Okay. Excuse me. Both Glitcher and Jane White Parker. He ducked so many people. 5 golden years. OMG. 5 years not fighting, fighting but not unifying. Fighting but not unifying.
So do you consider Alexander Povetkin to be a top heavyweight?
Alexander Povetkin is a superior heavyweight to a man you hold in high esteem, and who goes by the name of 50-year-old Luis Ortiz. Yes.
Okay, so Deontay Wilder gets on a plane, crosses the Atlantic Ocean to go fight Mr. Pop Dirty, and Mr. Pop Dirty pops dirty. And somehow it's Deontay Wilder's fault the fight didn't happen because Mr. Pop Dirty popped dirty.
It was
Is that
minuscule amounts of a drug which was
wait. Hold on a second. Wait. No.
previously legal. Only a matter of months ago, that drug was legal. There was minuscule amounts in his system, and he was ultimately cleared to fight. Deontay Wilder.
He was not supposed to have that substance in his
Deontay Wilder took him to court, won the court case, and then the what's his name? And then Povetkin appealed and won the appeal. How you like? No,
sir. Povetkin did not win the appeal. Okay.
I'm going to disprove what you're saying right now by pulling it up. I'm going to pull it right now.
Now, Povetkin appealed the judgment, which he won that appeal, but he appealed the monetary judgment.
Yeah.
All right. However, the whole premise remained intact. That indeed it was Povetkin's fault, the reason why the fight didn't happen. So that premise never changed. Mm-hmm. So let's call a spade a spade. All right, let's call a spade a spade. Just that the judge in the appeals court agreed that Wilder was not entitled to the judgment, the amount of money and restitution that they were seeking from Povetkin. But they did not reverse the original judge's decision that it was Team Povetkin's fault that the fight didn't happen. So let's call a spade and let's remember history.
Let's get up on the screen. There ain't no problem. And first and foremost, before I say hello to Jay Blues, first and foremost, shout out to Tone. Happy Wilder Day to all boxing fans worldwide. It's a celebration, bitches. Enjoy yourself. So everybody who's enjoying Happy Wilder Day, make the chat. Oh my God! What? Hold on a second. Damn, we're getting the chat litty now. It's Happy Wilder's Day. How could people not be happy on Happy Wilder's Day? And before I go to Jay Blues, let's just get this one out there. Hold on. What was I read that one. Let me read this one. Fight Doctor, what's Wilder's legacy? Where's the great fight? Where's the Fight Doctor? Where is the great fight? Where's the great fight Doctor?
So, I've never confused Deontay Wilder with a great heavyweight, and that's not the point that I'm trying to make. That's never been the point that I've tried to make. Mm-hmm. Okay, but the only thing I've attempted to do is call a spade, and you hold Alexander Povetkin in such high regard. Yes. Deontay Wilder got on a plane, crossed the Atlantic Ocean to go fight the guy.
Didn't fight him.
The guy popped dirty.
Povetkin was cleared. He could have fought him, but he didn't even touch foot in Russia. Mother Russia. The bear.
Wait. What's the point in going to Russia to fight a guy who's pops dirty?
Well, he got cleared, my friend. He got cleared. He came up with minute readings of a substance that was legal a mere matter of months earlier. And Deontay Wilder didn't even stop to think. He was just like, get my
Listen, that substance, when they signed the contract, when Povetkin signed the contract, that substance that he popped dirty for was illegal. It was illegal, which means at no point was it supposed to be in his system.
Man, can I say something, bro? I'm about tired of this, bro. Let me pop in.
In comes the man by the name of Jay Blues. Jay Blues, come on in. How do you do?
Good, man. I'm happy, bro. Happy Wilder Day, Fight Doctor. Happy Wilder Day, man. What's up?
Happy Wilder's Day, man. Come on. We should be happy up in here.
It's a glorious day, bro. It's a glorious day to mark the passing of the torch and just moving on. But really, it's the mark of the beginning of idiocy and overall lunacy, right? It's the mark of the rise of the return. But for real, if you want to talk this drug cheat thing, right? This lesser of two evils, right? When did Ortiz pop dirty, man? When did Wilder fight him, bro?
Hold on a second. Who laughs loudest? I need an echo chamber. Okay. So what was the question, Jay Blues?
I said, when did Ortiz pop dirty, and when did Wilder fight him?
Yeah, Ortiz popped dirty about a year before Wilder fought him. Yeah.
Oh, so he still went through with the fight, right? But he can't fight Povetkin. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. Maybe he's a little too dangerous, right?
No, he didn't go through the fight. So I would the two situations are vastly different.
They're completely different, right?
This is what I see. This is what, again, the Anthony Joshua cheerleading crowd. You guys are really working on Manny Pacquiao.
Who said anything about AJ, bro?
Who said anything about AJ? You keep on doing this fight, doctor. You can't keep doing this. You can't keep inserting. You can't keep inserting Anthony Joshua into your sentences. We're not talking about Anthony Joshua. We're talking about Deontay Wilder.
I'm not talking about Anthony Joshua either. I'm talking about the Anthony Joshua cheerleading crowd.
Bro, let's stay on topic.
There's a difference.
There's a difference. Stay on topic. Could you possibly just talk about the fella? It's happy Wilder Day. Damn it.
There is a difference between Anthony Joshua and his most loyal and vocal cheerleaders. And I'm not talking about Anthony Joshua. I'm talking about his most loyal and vocal cheerleaders.
Bro, you're cheerleading for Wilder right now. Just call it how it is. Wilder's two-faced as shit. Like, dude, he does not do what he says. He says one thing and then goes behind the fuck curtain and does another. Like, come on, man. 30-plus fights. 30-plus fights. You know, Jason Gavern was who he fought to get his shot for Bermane Stiverne. To get the title shot, he fought a man who beat an old fat James Toney to a 3-round majority decision. How is that any type of contender to beat, man?
I'm not
cheerleading like crazy for Wilder, bro. Happy Wilder Day to you, sir.
Happy Wilder's Day. Happy Wilder's Day. Aaron Daly comes in with another Happy Wilder's Day donation. Come on, keep those Happy Wilder's Day donations coming in. If you're happy that it's Wilder's Day, come on with it. Come on with it. Come on, fight doctor, please. You're right now.
Again, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure how the Luis Ortiz situation equates to the Alexander Povetkin situation.
It's the exact same. It's the exact same. They both got dirty. Deontay chose to fight Luis.
No, sir. They not the same situation.
What's the difference?
All right, now look, we can listen. If we need to recount the series of events as they happen,
don't deflect. Answer. What's the difference, bro?
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is that the fight.
I hope the mushrooms ain't wearing off. Come on now, don't let me down.
So, when did Luis Ortiz pop dirty, and then when did he actually fight Deontay Wilder?
It was reported on September 29th, 2017, that he failed a drug test.
And when did they fight?
Scroll down. Very first fight was March of 2018. So from September of 2017 to March 2018.
Oh, less than a year.
That was a pretty quick turnaround for a dirty cheater, right? That's a pretty quick contract signing for somebody that's doping illegally, right?
6 months. September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months later. Carry on, fight doctor, please.
Okay, so then I guess in using your logic, Deontay Wilder should have...
Don't use my logic. Use your logic. Don't use my logic. Use your logic.
You can't handle my logic, man.
My logic is comprised of complex
the Anthony Joshua cheerleading crowd does not use logic.
Listen,
I'm saying logic for lack of a better word. All right?
You use your logic.
You don't only want cheerleading, man. Make your mute point already.
So yeah. And so using the Anthony Joshua cheerleading crowd's logic.
Use your logic. Come on. Use your logic. You just had some magic mushrooms. Come with it.
So there was 6 months between the time that...
6 months, yeah.
6 months between the time that Luis Ortiz popped dirty, and him actually fighting Deontay Wilder. So if we're going to use that logic, if we're going to use that as a premise, then I guess Deontay Wilder should have waited 6 months in Russia to fight Alexander Povetkin.
He never touched foot in Russia. He was in the UK, and
so then he should have waited in the UK for 6 months.
The same airplane that he used
to get
airplane that he used.
So Deontay Wilder should have waited 6 months in the UK.
The same
Yes.
airplane that he used to get his ass back to Alabama ASAP. He could have took that flight and that fight could have been rearranged, but he had no interest in fighting the dangerous Povetkin. Povetkin would have been the best fighter he had fought up until that point, and he had no interest in it. So
Wilder should have waited in the UK 6 months.
I just explained. I just explained. You say you.
Now I'm asking a question.
You use the word logic, but it seems like you don't like to actually use logic. What I said to you very clearly,
and I heard what you said. So now I'm asking a question.
What I said to you very clearly was the same plane that he took to get his ass back to Alabama ASAP is the same plane that he could have took to get back there and then renegotiate, talk to his people, get that fight back on ASAP. Why would he have done that? And why should he have done that? Because Alexander Povetkin would have been the best fighter he had fought up until that point. But
it seems to me
Deontay Wilder showed a lack of ambition.
Well, it seems to me
that he had fought up until that point. He just didn't want to do it, showing constantly a lack of ambition.
So it seems to me that
I had to mute you there.
So it seems to me that being that Alexander Povetkin is the one who popped dirty,
yeah,
the onus should have been on him to make the fight.
Oh, so was the onus why was the onus not on Ortiz to make the fight then? But he fought him 6 months later. Come on, let me use some of your logic. Give me some of your logic.
Ortiz actually popped dirty and then went through with the fight. Alexander Povetkin, on the other hand, he popped dirty.
He went through with the fight.
I heard you.
So now you're putting it on. Oh my God, dude! Once again, you deflecting the blame away from Wilder. It can't be Wilder's fault. It can't possibly be his fault, man. He's benevolent. He's my God. He's my king.
My question is this. My question is this. If Wilder actually crossed the Atlantic to make the fight, right? He crosses the Atlantic to make the fight. Povetkin, in all of his cheating ways, pops dirty. Somehow it's Deontay Wilder's responsibility to make the fight with the guy who cheats, as opposed to the guy who cheats show some urgency or some diligence on his part to make the fight with Deontay Wilder. I mean, if the fight is so easy, if Deontay Wilder
what the hell are you talking about? Deontay, it was PBC. It was Al Heyman who made the fight. So if something goes wrong, then they're the ones who have to remake the fight. So when Ortiz popped dirty, it was PBC who went and remade the fight. So likewise, if Wilder wanted to fight Povetkin, then his side would have had to remake.
Is Povetkin a PBC fighter?
No.
Then how is it that the PBC side has to manage Povetkin? That doesn't make sense.
What are you talking about managing? You're not managing. You're sending an offer. You're sending an offer. That's not managing.
Okay, so that's what they did. They sent an offer. They made the fight. Povetkin popped dirty.
Who sent an offer? PBC?
Yeah, well, they actually made the fight. The fight was made. The fight was going to happen.
Dirty. Just like how Ortiz popped dirty.
What does Ortiz have to do with Alexander Povetkin?
Because they both popped dirty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Luis Ortiz was able to clean his act up and make the fight. What's wrong with your boy?
What did you say? What did you say?
Luis Ortiz was able to clean his act up and make the fight.
No, Luis Ortiz did not make any fight. Luis Ortiz did not make any fight. PBC reapproached him and they made the fight. PBC made the fight, but PBC did not reapproach Povetkin.
Why? Povetkin is not a PBC fighter.
I know. So what?
So the issue here is the simple fact is that the fight was actually made. So Povetkin pops dirty, right? Yeah. So it seems to me like the onus is on Povetkin at that point to make the fight.
The onus was not on Povetkin. The onus was on the champion to remake the fight, just the same way how they remade the fight with Luis Ortiz. They just send an offer again.
I see. So the guy who pops dirty, the guy who actually follows the rules, is the onus is on him to make a fight with the guy who who transgresses the
How
rules.
do you know Povetkin didn't sanction to get the fight more after that? How do you know he didn't push for that, bro? You're just constantly saying, "Oh, it's on anything but Wilder didn't want it. Anything but Wilder, bro." Come on, man. He turned right around after Ortiz popped.
At the end
He
of the
turned
day,
right around and got that Ortiz fight immediately.
Let's deal with the facts. Now let's deal with the facts.
That is the facts, man.
That is the fact.
No, those are not the facts. Here are the facts. Facts are, fight was made, right? That's a fact. The fight was going to happen. That's a fact. Deontay Wilder crossed the Atlantic Ocean to make the fight. That's a fact. Alexander Povetkin transgressed the rules, popped dirty. That's a fact. The reason why the fight didn't happen is because Alexander Povetkin transgressed the rules and popped dirty. Those are the facts.
The reason the fight with Ortiz didn't happen is that Ortiz transgressed the
What
rules.
does Ortiz have to do with Alexander Povetkin?
Because they're both pop dirty, and Wilder went on to fight one guy, but he didn't go on to fight the other guy. And now,
so we're going to go fishing, and we're going to catch a bunch of red herrings, and then what we're going to do is we're going to bake the red herrings and garnish them with mushrooms.
Okay, so you can't come back with nothing. You've been going around in circles.
So let's deal with the facts. Okay.
Going around in circles, chasing your tail for the last 10 minutes. Okay, but it's very, very clear what the situation is. Wilder fought one guy who popped dirty, but not the next. That's very simple.
Fought him two times.
Two time.
All right, so here's my question. Did Luis Ortiz pop dirty immediately before fight one or fight two?
Fight one, man.
The question was immediately. Immediately before.
Prior.
That's not that 6 months is not immediately. I said the question is.
The answer is
the question is, did Luis Ortiz pop dirty immediately before
6 months prior?
Okay. So the answer to that question is no.
6 months prior. I'm giving you the exact time of the damn thing, the chronology. 6 months.
So then let's talk about the chronology. So let's talk about the chronology of the Povetkin fight. When did Povetkin pop dirty in relation to when the fight was supposed to happen?
Just prior to the fight, a few weeks prior to the fight.
I see. So Povetkin pops dirty a few weeks before the fight. Luis Ortiz pops dirty 6 months before the fight. And you want to make the two the same. You want to find some type of moral equivalency between the two situations when the two situations are night and day. See, this is the logic of the Anthony Joshua cheerleading crowd.
What did you just say?
I just said this is the logic.
No. What was your argument? What was your argument to say the situation?
My argument is that somehow the Anthony Joshua cheerleading crowd wants to find some type of moral equivalency between the Povetkin situation and the Luis Ortiz situation when they could not be more different. They're like night and day. You have one guy who pops dirty 6 months before the fight actually happens. You have another guy who pops dirty 2 weeks before the fight actually happens. And in the mind of Anthony Joshua cheerleaders, there's some type of moral equivalency here. No, the situations are radically different.
Why did he opt to fight Luis Ortiz twice, bro, and not even try to push for the Povetkin fight ever again? He just forgot it even happened, right? He said, "Phew,
Glad I dodged that bullet that I don't have to take." Like, what are you talking about, bro?
It might have had something to do.
Hold on a second. Did Ortiz pop dirty just prior to his mandatory with Wilder? And yeah, he did. That's right. And then Stavern stepped in to replace Ortiz. Is that the chronology of the situation?
If not, I believe that's correct. Yes.
Okay. So it was just prior then. So now your argument goes up in smoke. I'm
not seeing how the argument goes up in smoke when
your argument goes up in smoke because it was just prior. Just prior to what? Ortiz popped dirty just prior to his mandatory with Wilder.
But the fight didn't happen. But the fight didn't happen. So what are you talking about?
The fight didn't happen. It happened later. So the fight did happen. Happened later.
It didn't happen just prior. It didn't happen 2 weeks before It did not happen 2 weeks after he popped dirty.
No, it didn't. So what?
Okay, so what are you talking about?
So what are
The
you
man
talking
had to-
about? Still
the
14
man had to-
later on.
So
Still 14
what?
later on. So what
Yeah,
are you?
well, the man had to. Okay, so then the man had to go through a whole training camp and not pop dirty.
Okay,
Something
so
was-
why didn't
something was-
they reapproach Povetkin? Let him go through a whole training
It,
camp.
it might have had something to do with the whole court battle. Who knows?
Okay.
But what I do know, but what I do know is this. Here's what I do know. Povetkin popped dirty, and all of you apologizing does not change the simple fact.
Okay, Povetkin popped dirty, but Ortiz didn't. Okay, so must move on. We just had a taste of the Fight Doctor's logic there. OMG. This is right here on the Raphael.
Yeah, you do realize, of course, that the whole.
Excuse me, sir. Could I just damn well talk to the people? Yeah. So the Fight Doctor here. You just bore witness to some of the Fight Doctor logic, and the only place you can get this good shiznicks is right here on the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. And if you have not already hit that like button, if you have not already hit that subscribe button, then please kindly do so. If you want to go the extra mile, then hit that share button. And if you want to go further still, if that's not far enough, then you can join the ranks of the Super Chat Dominators, the likes of the Aaron Daly. Happy Wilder's Day. Happy Wilder's Day to you all. The James Jameson. Doctor, what's Wilder's legacy? We need to go to that question at the end of the show. I hope somebody reminds me. And the likes of another Super Chat Dominator, The Tone. Happy Wilder Day to all boxing fans worldwide. It's a celebration, bitches. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, so if you want to go the extra mile, you know how. Okay, so we're going to move on now. We're going to move on. What time is it? 1:17. Damn, time flies like hell when you're enjoying yourself. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button to Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Count L up in the building. What's this guy spelling my name? R-A-P. What's that? Why is the T? Take the T out of there. Can't you spell? You dyslexic? BG London, you dyslexic? What did Ortiz pop dirty for? I will answer for you. Blood pressure medication. He was some masking agent shiznicks. He was on some masking agent shiznicks. Low cortisol, a steroid that lowers the blood pressure. Okay, so Fight Doctor, good stuff. Cracks me up. Hey, the Fight Doctor brings it every time. What's going on here? Where is Lisa? Lisa, there she is. Lisa is in the building. Okay, so let us move this damn thing on. Yeah, it's a good question, actually. It's a good question because it's late at night. I keep on forgetting. So let's talk about what happened. Watch out for the background noise. Let's talk about the next episode. So Wilder's out of the picture, and now it's Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. JJ Blues. Things have moved on. It's Wilder's Day. Happy Wilder's Day, but
Happy Wilder's Day, man.
Happy Wilder's Day, but things have moved on. Now Wilder's out of the picture, and it's Anthony Joshua, the unified champion, versus the WBC champion. So finally, at last, Wilder's had the belt, messing around with the belt for 5 years. We couldn't get undisputed. Tyson Fury's had the belt for a year, and it looks like we're getting undisputed. So one guy had it for 5 years, messed around. The other guy's had it for a year, and now it looks like we're heading for undisputed. And I think for me, I think I should add my 2 pence worth in. We're not here for a long time, folks. We're here for a good time, a great time. Bear that in mind. So we're not going too much longer. It's over here. It's 1:30 a.m. in the UK. But we got a couple of questions that we need to get through on Wilder's Day. So So what does it say when, you had one cat who had the belt for 5 years, sat down on the damn cat, and wouldn't unify, and all of a sudden, within a year of Tyson Fury getting the belt, looks like we're heading for undisputed, something Tyson, Deontay Wilder never seemed interested, never been interested in going above and beyond. He was the minimum guy. You have guys in life who do the bare minimum. He was a bare minimum guy, did the minimum to keep his belt, but would never go above and beyond. Tyson Fury went above and beyond when he fought Vladimir Klitschko. Anthony Joshua went above and beyond when he fought Vladimir Klitschko. Deontay Wilder said nada. I don't need that guy. I don't need that guy over here. We over here now. We're doing our thing over here in Alabama. I'm the unified champ, one name, one face, one champion. But plenty of talk, plenty of bluff and bluster. But when it came down to it, he never went above and beyond. But now it looks like, now that Deontay Wilder's out of the way, it looks like we're going to get undisputed. Is that not a glorious day? That's
glorious day, bro. Glorious day. I think this is going to be the kind of fight that a young kid watches and has visions of growing up to be a boxer, man. This could inspire the next generation to be big. Because you remember the Wilder versus the Wilder Fury rematch. The promos were fire, and they pushed him out there, brother. The promotion was huge. The promotion for the event itself is going to be so massive. I can't wait, dude. I cannot wait, man.
Dang, man. It's a shame that we had to get Deontay Wilder up on out of there in order to get it.
I mean, not really. It's deserved, man. It had to happen. It was written in the stars a long time ago, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We have to get Deontay Wilder out of there in order to get it. If Deontay Wilder was still at the WBC belt, we wouldn't be getting undisputed. So we had to get him up out of there in order to get undisputed. Isn't that a shame? The fight doctor, come in.
So, somebody was trying to somebody misspelled your name. I just wanted to help that person spell your name correctly. So it's spelled AJCHEERLEADER. That's how you spell Raphael's name.
I'll tell you how you spell my name. It's Romeo Alpha Papa Hotel. That's just strictly for the ladies, though. But carry on.
Right, LEADER. Exactly. So listen, I'm remiss. I have actually been
Romeo Alpha Papa Hotel. Romeo Alpha. Romeo. You know what Romeo is, yeah? Alpha. That means numero uno. Papa. That means Big Papa Hotel. Okay, let's go.
LEADER. Right. So look, I've been
LEADER. Leader.
Yes, as in cheer.
You carry on with your alternative logic. Carry on.
Listen, I have been remiss. Okay, I have been remiss. I want to take a step back and just say that I have been wrong. I need to make the chat litty. I haven't done that lately, and I need to make the chat litty because I understand Rafi, he needs to take his cheerleading suit and pom-poms to the dry cleaners so they can get properly cleaned. So everyone in the chat, keep it litty because we definitely want Rafi to have, fresh pom-poms.
Just say you have nothing to say and dip out. Stop with this filibustering nonsense, bro. Stop it.
Fresh linens. That's what we're talking about always. Always fresh linen.
Exactly.
Carry on, fight doctor.
So
we got Wilder out of the way, and now we got undisputed. I'll help you. We got Wilder out of the way, and now we got undisputed. Come on now.
I can see the fight going either way. I can see AJ winning the decision. I can see Fury winning the decision. I can see Fury getting a knockout. I can see AJ getting a knockout. Push come to shove, I'm going to lean slightly towards Fury. only because, well, we haven't seen Fury lose. I think in terms of overall mental toughness and recuperative abilities, I think that would have to go in Fury's favor. I think stamina is a wash at this point. Maybe you could give a slight edge to Joshua in the stamina department. I think despite popular... I'm not quite sure what's so funny, but I'm just commenting.
He got no stamina, man. He's gassed out versus Puddinhead Pulev. He had to take 4 rounds off just to get his gas back. So go ahead. Talk about his gas tank some more.
Well, okay, I would agree with you. If you want to, if the argument is...
So why would you say that? Why would you say you lean towards AJ and stamina?
Because that's just based on what I saw in both of their last fights. All right?
I don't know what you watched.
Both of their last fights, and according to what I saw. Now, stamina is one of the criteria that I use when I judge who's going to win a fight. And in the stamina department, I think right now at this moment, based on what I saw in both of their last fights, I think AJ has a slight stamina advantage. Okay, I could be wrong.
Who's got the mental advantage?
Fury. Fury has faced bigger punches, and I think that he handles adversity better than Joshua does.
How many times has Fury defended his belt? Because that's part of mental toughness.
Wait a minute. Listen, there's only one champion here, right? There's only one champion. Now, Anthony Joshua has never defended a world title. He's defended bogus championships, paper titles.
My question was,
well, he's never defended the world championship.
My question was, we're going to get to that. My question was, how many times has Tyson Fury defended a title?
Give me a second. I can answer that question.
Let me tell you, never.
None.
Never.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. You asked me the question.
Hold on a second. Then you don't have to hold on for nothing. The question is very simple. How many times has Tyson Fury ever defended a belt?
Let's see. Now, Tyson Fury has...
Let me help you. Never.
He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 title defenses.
Oh my God! What are you reading right now?
What title? What
Something
title?
he wrote?
What title is he defended?
Am I going to be allowed to answer the question?
Go ahead.
What title has he defended?
Am I going to be allowed to answer the question?
Go ahead, Looney Tune.
What?
Or is the Anthony Joshua cheerleading section going to cheer rah-rah
title
and deny me the opportunity?
Fury defended. Please answer the question.
Vladimir Klitschko was the world heavyweight champion.
Oh my gosh. Please answer the question.
Pardon me. I'm answering a question. Now, if you don't like the answer, I'm sorry, but I can't help that.
Well, please answer it.
I'm answering the question if I'm allowed to do so. May I have the floor, please?
Bro, this is what happened last time. This is so enraging. This is what made me explode at this pool. I'm about to just punch my computer. I'm done. I'm about done with this.
What's the last?
May I have the floor?
Oh
please?
My goodness! It's the Kang of the Looney Tunes.
May I have the floor, please? Or does the Anthony Joshua cheerleading contingent wish to go ahead and continue cheering
Happy Wilder Day
for their guy?
Please answer the question. Happy Wilder Day.
May I have the floor, please?
Please answer the question.
Okay. May I have the floor, please?
Please answer the
question. Say it about 2 more times.
May I have the floor, please, sir?
Answer the question, sir.
I will answer the question as soon as I have the floor.
Yeah. Please answer the question.
Thank you. Vladimir Klitschko was the world heavyweight champion.
Oh, dear.
Now, in order to be the man, you have to beat the man. The WBA, the WBF, the WBO, the IBC, who the hell ever, does not matter. Do not determine who is the champion of the world. There is only one way to determine who is the world champion. That is by a contest governed by the Marquess of Queensberry rules.
So long with this.
Can you just answer the damn question? I'm getting gray hairs over here.
Now, Tyson Fury defeated Vladimir Klitschko. That makes Tyson Fury the world heavyweight champion.
How many times? Has he defended it?
That is his title.
How many
World
times?
Heavyweight Champion.
How
Let
many
me
times
finish.
has he defended it?
Let me finish.
Please
May I
hurry
finish,
up.
please?
Please. We
May I
dying.
finish, please?
We dying. Hurry up, please.
Now, since having defeated the previous World Heavyweight Champion, Tyson Fury has gone on to fight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I count 6 title defenses of his World Championship that he
Wow,
won
bro,
from
you just
Vladimir
make
Klitschko.
stuff up.
Oh man, that's terrible. That is terrible. Let's have a look at what the fight doctor is talking about. The fight doctor is talking about some kind of imaginary lineal belt. Okay. So let's have a look at this. Let's bring this
All right,
up.
so my question is, all right,
So we can have a good laugh. Let's
if
bring this up
the
so we can have a
lineal belt is so imaginary, then answer me this question. Exactly what championship, what title was Jack Johnson defending when he beat Jess Willard?
you answer the question. You answer the question. Go ahead and answer the question.
No. The question is for you.
Yeah. Go on.
To be honest, Tyson Fury is the lineal champion. He is the man who beat the man. Woo! In the words of Ric Flair, like he is that lineal title holder.
We can go with that. But the problem with that, the problem that makes it a pile of crapola in a sense is what I will share with you now. Okay, so Tyson Fury 30-0, 1 draw. Okay, that's all cool in the gang. I hope I'm sharing this. Yeah, it's very small though, but we can work with this. Now the fight doctor is telling me, and he's trying to tell you. Let me get it bigger though. I'm doing it in the wrong screen. Let me get it bigger in the box rec so everybody can see it very clearly. And so the fight doctor is trying to have you believe that that these people I'm about to mention were title defenses. Okay, so according to the fight doctor, where are we? Let's go down. Vladimir Klitschko. Okay, so Vladimir Klitschko got his lineal championship by beating what's his name? Gushev. What's that guy's name? Let me get into the chat. No, it's already been mentioned in the chat. What's that cat's name? Not Valuev. He beat. What's that guy's name? It eludes me.
The Tyson beat?
The Tyson. No, that Vladimir Klitschko got his lineal status by beating a guy.
Samuel Peter?
No.
Oleg Maskayev?
No, some Russian cat. Some
It
Russian.
was not Sagayev. He got the
Shagayev. Okay, so Shagayev, that's the name I was looking for. Okay, so let's get back into this. So the fight doctor would have you believe that the Tyson Fury defended his belt against his lineal status. But bear in mind that he retired, so his lineal status was gone. But anyway, but this lineal status, which was gone because he retired, so he didn't have no lineal status. He beat it. He defended it against Sefer Safiri. I don't even think he was ranked. He defended it against Francesco Pianetta, who I don't even think was ranked. Then Deontay Wilder, fair enough. Then Tom Schwartz. Then Otto Wallin, fair enough. Otto Wallin's okay. So, but still low hanging fruit. So he beat Vladimir Klitschko. Okay, fair enough. But he shouldn't have been in the ring against Vladimir Klitschko. That should be ruled a no contest because directly before that, he fought Christian Hammer and popped dirty. So he should never have been in the ring 6 months later. It should have been 2 years later. But 6 months later, he was in the ring against Vladimir Klitschko. Fair enough. But then he immediately went AWOL, disappeared because he knew that the drug test, which had not been publicized, made public when he beat Christian Hammer, and he should have been banned, but yet was allowed to fight Vladimir Klitschko 6 months later when he should have been serving a ban. Both the Christian Hammer fight. The Christian
I didn't know
Hammer
that,
fight.
dude.
Yes. The Christian Hammer fight. It was ruled that fight should be ruled a no contest. But yet you look on BoxRec, and where does it say no contest? Where does it say no contest? It doesn't. So the ruling has not been implemented. Now, he fought Vladimir Klitschko 6 months later when he should have been serving his ban. He beat Vladimir Klitschko. Okay, fine. What happened then? That should be a no contest. So that's one reason why it shouldn't be considered lineal. 2, he retired after that fight. That's 2 reasons why it shouldn't be considered lineal. But yet, the fight doctor would have you believe that him fighting Cephas Safiri, Francesco Pianetta, were title defenses, a title which he didn't have because he retired. 1, a title which he shouldn't have been awarded because he should have been banned. He should have been banned for 2 years after he beat Christian Hamer and he popped dirty for Nandrolone. So how the hell is a man who's just popped dirty for Nandrolone a lineal champion? Get the out of here. Okay.
I
have not finished. I have not finished.
All right, continue with your cheerleading. I'm listening.
That's cheerleading. Just talking straight facts.
Straight facts.
Okay. It's talking straight facts. It's cheerleading. Cool. And the gang. Right.
So what are the facts? What are the facts?
I ain't done. I have not finished. And so he fights Vladimir. He fights Deontay Wilder. Fair enough. He's the WBC champ. Fair enough. And that still ain't no lineal defense because he ain't got no lineal. 1, because he retired, and 2, because the Vladimir Klitschko fight should be ruled a no contest on the basis of the fact that he had popped dirty after the Christian Hamer fight. Okay, allow me to continue. So that was the first Deontay Wilder fight. Fine, he still ain't lineal. Tom Schwartz, the fight doctor would have you believe that was a lineal defense, a lineal that he did not have. Otto Wallin, the fight doctor will have you believe that was a lineal defense, a lineal he did not have. I'll tell you when Tyson Fury has a claim to linealship after he beat Deontay Wilder the second time. That was ruled. Anthony Joshua just lost. So that was ruled 1 versus 2. Deontay Wilder was number 1. Tyson Fury was ranked number 2. Now, when 1 and 2 fight, the winner is considered lineal. So, if you want to say Tyson Fury is lineal, then fine. He's been lineal for 1 year, 12 months precisely. Okay. Next
is the Anthony Joshua apology over and done with?
Well, if you call straight facts an apology, go ahead with it.
All right. So then here's my question. If it is your argument that Tyson Fury is the current lineal champion, exactly how many title defenses does that leave Anthony Joshua with?
Repeat the question, please. I'm just looking through the chat. Repeat the question.
If it is the Anthony Joshua cheerleading contingent's argument that Tyson Fury is the current lineal champion, then how many title defenses does that leave Anthony Joshua with?
Yeah. No. Listen, I really apologize. I'm going to listen now. I was looking through the chat. Ask the question one more time. All
right. Are your pom-poms ready? Ready this time?
Hey, facts are facts, bro. If you don't like them, tough luck. But carry on. What's the question?
Okay. As long as your pom-poms are ready this time.
Ask the question. There ain't no pom-poms over here. Just straight facts. Carry on. What's the question?
If the Anthony Joshua cheerleading contingent is arguing that Tyson Fury is the current lineal heavyweight champion, then how many title defenses does that leave Anthony Joshua with?
Deontay. I mean, the one is not related to the other. Anthony Joshua has defended about 5 times.
How can he defend the title when he's not the champion?
He's a unified champion, and also not only is the unified champion, but he didn't retire. He ain't popped dirty, and then he didn't retire after he popped dirty. And pretending that the only reason he retired or got out of the game was because he had some mental health issues. No, you may have had mental health issues, but who's to say your mental health issues weren't triggered the fact that you got caught popped dirty? So,
but didn't you just tell me that
time while he was in doing whatever he was doing, crack, coke, whatever his pleasure was, beer, kebabs. In the whorehouses, whatever he was doing, wherever he was. In the meantime, Anthony Joshua was defending his damn belt and fighting top 10 opponents.
The
So
whorehouse looking like he looked, 400 pounds.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah. The girl was on top. They were on top. They got on top.
So the question,
yeah.
the question
I
is,
heard your question. I heard your question. The question is that while Fury was doing whatever he was doing for 2 years, not boxing, Anthony Joshua was beating champions, defending his belt, and being a unified champion.
all right. So I need to deconstruct all of these nonsense arguments that you're making. Okay?
No, you ain't got to. There's no nonsense. Anthony Joshua is the unified champion. Now, if in a parallel, if in your parallel universe that is not the case, that's your problem. Nobody else's. But everybody knows, anybody who follows boxing knows that Anthony Joshua is the unified champion.
Didn't you just tell me that Tyson Fury is the lineal champion?
I said if that Tyson Fury has a claim to linealship, then it's when he beat Deontay Wilder 12 months ago. None of these 5 years ago when he beat a guy he should not have been in the ring in a fight which should be ruled a no contest because 6 months prior he had popped dirty after fighting Christian Hamer.
So it's your allegation. It's your allegation that Anthony Joshua is the quote unquote unified champion. Champion of what exactly?
That's what the facts say.
Okay, unified champion of what exactly?
Unified champion of the damn world. Heavyweight champion boxer. Unified champion. Heavyweight champion.
Unified. Well, there's only one world. So how do you unify the one world?
Who says there's only one world? Who says there's only one world?
The fact that there's only one planet Earth.
Who says there's only one world?
The fact that there's only one planet Earth.
Is that a fact? Is that a fact? Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
So is it then your argument that there's more than one planet Earth? Is that your argument?
No. You're telling me that's a fact. Yeah.
I'm telling you that there's only one planet Earth. Yes, that's a fact.
Okay, cool. There's no parallel.
Now, listen, if the Anthony Joshua
read Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Talk about red herrings. You got herrings, kippers. You got some cod. Talk about red herrings. You got herring.
If the Anthony Joshua contingent wishes to argue that there is more than one planet Earth, that's fine. You may have that argument. I will pass on engaging.
Okay, cool.
And on the one planet I live on, there's only one planet Earth. And there's only one heavyweight division. Therefore, there can only be one champion of the heavyweight division on the one planet Earth.
Let me say something real quick.
Utter crapola. There has been multiple belts for multiple decades.
Excuse me. The belt, these multiple belts, where were they when Jack Johnson was heavyweight champion? Where were they?
Where were they?
Where was the WBC? Where was the IBF? Where was the WBO? Where were they?
Right. What belt did Jack Johnson hold? What governing body?
I don't know.
You don't know. Well, what I'm telling you is that there have been multiple belts for decades. It's not a new thing.
So my question.
Let me say something, bro. Come on, man. I've been quiet.
The question I ask again is
bullshit.
What belt? Where was the IBF? Where was the WBO?
I don't give a rap. That's where it was. I don't give a rap.
Johnson was heavyweight champion.
Your granny's attic. He could have been in your granny's attic. I don't know, and I don't care. The bottom line is that there have been multiple belts for multiple decades.
Look, I understand and appreciate that the Fight Doctor. Oh shit, we got a super chat.
Yes, excellent show. This was great. Inaugural Happy Wilder's Day. Come on, people, celebrate Wilder's Day. Make the chat litty. It's Wilder's Day, and the Uncle Burnt apostrophe comes through. Excellent show. This was a great inaugural Happy Wilder's Day. JJ Blues.
Yeah, I can appreciate Fight Doctor only recognizing one champion, or one championship. I can it shows a bit of purity to him, so I can understand, bro. Like that is the title that Jack Johnson held, right? That is the title that Jack Dempsey held, and Jess Willard, cool. And Jim J. Jeffries, old, the ancient beginnings, man. But like even the Ring Magazine title didn't come about until 1925. So that's pure. But those belts count for something, man. Like some great fighters done held some of those belts.
Yeah.
Like maybe not some of the newer ones, but dude, the IBF has been around since the 80s, man. Like some great fighters have their name on that belt, so it means something, man.
Oh, 100%.
Yes, listen, if the argument is that these various trinkets have meaning, then okay, I'm not going to argue against that. They do have some commercial value. They do. But in terms of their historical precedent, they have historical value, though, bro.
Maybe not as much.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. They have historical value only in the sense that they mean something with regard to the champion who holds that particular title. For instance, Larry Holmes, when he dropped the WBC belt and picked up the IBF belt, Larry Holmes was the heavyweight champion, period. He was the lineal heavyweight champion. So when Larry Holmes dropped the WBC belt, he dropped it because it didn't mean anything. He picked up the IBF belt because it didn't mean anything.
But he kind of ruined his legacy. He was never undisputed, man.
What are you talking about, undisputed? Who can dispute? Tell me, who could have disputed Larry Holmes' reign? You tell me, who was the fighter?
A lot of people talk junk on Larry Holmes, man. That wasn't the question. The question was not complete, bro.
No, the question was
he dropped that belt because he wanted to face Marvis Frazier for more money. Come on, man.
My question to you is this. All right, here are the facts. My question to you is this. Who had a legitimate claim to the heavyweight title besides Larry Holmes prior to him losing to Michael Spinks? Who? You tell me.
Well, that's
between the Ali victory and the Spinks loss. Who had a legitimate claim to the heavyweight title besides Larry Holmes?
And you have studiously avoided the damn question, which I'm pretty sure I asked 10 minutes ago. Who the hell? How many title defenses has Tyson Fury got? How many title defenses? What?
6. He has 6.
6? How the hell could he defend lineal when he only became lineal 12 months ago?
He became lineal when he beat the previous lineal champion.
I got something to say about that, bro. Hold on.
That was a no contest, or should be a no contest.
Wait, I'm sorry. So again, we have to deal with the facts. Now, what did the record book say?
Where did Vladimir's lineage come from? Where did he get the lineal from? Was that a true lineal?
Was that no true lineal either?
Who was the last real heavyweight champion, right?
Lennox Lewis.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And what happened when he retired? What was the next fight for the title after he retired? Corey Sanders versus Vitalio. So Vitali was the rightful holder of the lineal, the title. He was the next person in the lineage, man.
Yes. As far as
who ended up with his title?
So
who ended up with Vitali's title? Was it Deontay?
Listen, as soon as AJ contingent is ready to let someone else speak, I can answer the question. Now,
great point,
at the time of the Klitschko Shagayev fight, Vitaly had already retired. So that was a legitimate number 1 versus number 2 fight.
It was not number 1 versus number 2. Shagayev was not number 2. Damn it.
Like I said, that was a legitimate number 1 versus number 2.
Shagayev was not number 2. How many times do we have to go over this? Shagayev was not number 2.
In your world, Shagayev was not number 2.
He was number 2 nowhere. Nowhere.
Okay. Listen.
Get back to the question. How the hell are you trying to tell me Tyson Fury's had 6 title defenses of a lineal when he was not lineal until he beat Deontay?
I'll tell you what. Let's just argue. All right, I'm going to accept your argument that Vladimir Klitschko did not win the lineal title by beating Ruslan Shagayev. I'm going to accept that argument. I'm also going to accept the argument that Tyson Fury did not win the lineal title from Klitschko and is not currently the lineal champion.
No. I never said he is lineal champion. I said he was number 1 and number 2. That becomes lineal. So whoever wins between the number 1 and number 2, that's the new lineal.
Okay, all right. That's still Anthony Joshua.
Go back to the question. How many times has how many times has Tyson Fury defended the championship? 15 minutes.
Well, if we accept your time, your series of events, your sequence of events, then he has no defenses.
Okay. OMG.
Now, having said that,
OMG.
again, if we accept
Tyson Fury, hold on. Tyson Fury has never defended a championship. And you remember, this goes back, watch the background noise. Please mute your mic if you're moving or anything of that nature. Thank you. Tyson Fury has never defended a damn title. Anthony Joshua has defended his title on multiple occasions.
No, sir. No, sir. Anthony Joshua, first of all, listen. First of all, in order to be the man, you have to beat the man. Anthony Joshua has never beaten the man.
Stop that foolishness. Anthony Joshua is the what you call it, unified heavyweight champion, and he has defended on multiple occasions.
Anthony Joshua is a paper champion.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Devin Haney is a paper champion. Ugas is a paper champion. Anthony Joshua beat Vladimir for his belt, so don't even put that on him.
Wait. Stop. I'm sorry.
No, Prince Charles Martin. Anthony Joshua.
No, sir.
Anthony Joshua beat Joseph Parker.
Anthony Joshua has never won the heavyweight title. Period.
Yeah, okay, that's foolishness. That's nonsense. That's foolish.
Who did he beat? Vladimir. Vladimir wasn't the heavyweight champion. What are you talking about?
He beat Prince Charles Martin. He beat what's his name?
My question is, how is it a guy can have a heavyweight title defense when he's never beaten the heavyweight champion? How does that work?
He beat the heavyweight champion in Prince Charles Martin. He beat the heavyweight
champion. So who did Prince Charles Martin beat?
He beat the heavyweight champion in the
Prince Charles Martin beat?
The WBO championship holder, who was Joseph Parker. He beat.
Who did Joseph Parker beat?
He beat a Vladimir Klitschko.
Didn't you just get done arguing that Vladimir Klitschko was not the lineal heavyweight champion?
He beat the Vladimir Klitschko, who had just previously fought in what should be ruled as a no contest against Tyson Fury. So he has beaten multiple people, and you can't talk about.
No, that wasn't the question. The question was that was not the question.
Talk about who. And you
that was not the question.
You can't question Anthony Joshua unifying championships time after time when Deontay Wilder never did. That
was not the question.
When Deontay Wilder never did and Tyson Fury never did.
Excuse me, that was not the question. The question is, when has Anthony Joshua ever beaten the heavyweight champion of the world?
Okay. When you're saying Tyson Fury beat the heavyweight champion of the world? Is that correct? When did he do that?
Well, according to your logic, he hasn't.
Well, there you go. So what are you talking about?
But that wasn't the question. The question is,
what are you talking about? If Tyson
haven't we already agreed that Tyson Fury has no title defenses? Have we already agreed to that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then I don't understand how is it we can agree that Tyson Fury has no title defenses, but we can't also agree that Anthony Joshua has no title defenses.
He's defended his title. He's defending his title, bro.
What title? What title?
WBC.
When did he win it? So who did he win the title off of?
WBO. He won his title off what do you call it? Joseph Parker.
So when did Joseph Parker become the heavyweight champion?
And he also beat.
When did Joseph Parker become the heavyweight champion?
When did he become the heavyweight champion? What do you mean? When did he become the heavyweight champion?
Well, in order for Anthony Joshua to have won the heavyweight title off of Joseph Parker himself would have had to win the heavyweight title. So my question is, when did Joseph Parker win the heavyweight title?
Cool. When did Klitschko beat Lewis? When did Klitschko beat Lewis? Because
more red herrings. Excuse me, sir. Pardon me, sir. We already agreed that Klitschko was not the heavyweight champion. So what are you talking about?
Cooling the gang. So what do you want to know? What
I want to know is, how are you pulling all of these AJ title defenses out of your rear end? Because
What do you
From
mean?
what I gather,
You want
yeah,
to pull it up?
the same place where you're pulling those red herrings from. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. I'm pulling it up. Boom. I'm pulling it up. Okay. So where are we? Where are we? Anthony Joshua.
Where are we? I can tell you where we are. We are in the middle of you pulling more red herrings out of your rear end.
Well, I don't
Okay,
know.
that's where we are.
Kinds of crap out to your rear end.
Like, you're exhausting, bro.
Yeah. Well, you know what? But you know
No,
what?
let's deal with the facts. Let's deal with the facts.
I'm unexhaustible. I'm
No,
unexhaustible. Okay.
listen.
I am unexhaustible. So I don't care what kind of red herring, what kind of kippers, what kind of mackerel you want to pull out your rear end. His latest acquisition was a unified champ when he beat Andreas the Ponce Ruiz. Okay. Before that, he defended against Povetkin, Alexander Povetkin.
Wait.
Oh,
Defended what exactly? What was he defending?
We got the unified championship.
The unified champ. Who did he win these titles from?
The WBA, the IBF, the WBO, the IBO, and before that.
Okay, so my question is, where was the WBA, the WB, whatever? Where were they when Jack Johnson was heavyweight champion? Where were they?
He beat those Joseph Parker for the WBO, the IBF, the WBA, the WIBO. Okay, beat Carlos Takam. That was a mandatory when what's his name fell out, Pulev. Okay, he beat Vladimir Klitschko, whose previous fight was against a guy who should not have been in the ring with him, which to me should be a no contest. Vladimir Klitschko. So if that fight's a no contest, then Vladimir Klitschko would still be the unified champion. And according to you, he was.
Sir, wait. Let's stop. Wait, just stop. Wait. Let's deal with the fact, okay? Because you like to pull all of these what ifs out of your rear end. Let's deal with the fact.
The crap out your rear end. So if he was lineal, then surely, and his last fight was a no contest, or should have been.
I thought we just agreed that he wasn't lineal.
Okay,
so
well, I say it's not
which
lineal.
one is it? So you got to make up your mind. Now, get your lie straight. Now, which lie are you going to go with? Okay, are you going to go with the lie that Klitschko was not the champion?
You have had him as lineal for all this time. So if he was lineal, then you have to say that the guy who legitimately beat him, not illegitimately, but the guy who legitimately beat him, I thought this was up on the screen, was Anthony Oluwafemi Olansi Joshua. So really and truly, boom. How you like them apples? Okay, so so we move on. Where are we now? Okay, so now we have to ask the question. We have to look to the future. Deontay Wilder, happy Wilder's Day to everybody. In case you didn't know, this is a great, happy inaugural, happy Wilder's Day. So it's Wilder's Day today, 12 months exactly since he lost his WBC strap to none other than Tyson Fury.
We still have some unanswered questions.
Well, hold on a second. We're coming to close to the end of the show. So whatever you're coming with, you got to make it nice and precise.
Let's go back to Larry Holmes.
No, we ain't going back nowhere. We're talking about the here and now. We're coming to the end of the show. We're talking about the here and now.
You don't know where you're at unless you know where you're coming from. Okay.
Hey, well, I know that it's 2 a.m. over here in the UK, and I know exactly where we are. We're coming to the end of the show. That's where we're damn well at. So now my question is, where are we? What's the future? Deontay Wilder's out the way now, and now that's paved the way for undisputed. Undisputed. Your thoughts and observations going forward into the future. What's the future for Deontay Wilder? Because that's what we're talking about. It's 12 months later. It's the happy Wilder's Day. We know where Fury and Joshua are going. Joshua and Fury are heading into undisputed. It's likely to be a 2-fight thing. And yeah, it's likely to be a 2-fight thing. So that's going to take up the whole of 2021. So the soonest that Deontay Wilder is likely to get a sniff of anything is 2022. So what's the future hold? What's the future hold of Fight Doctor? What's the future hold for Deontay Wilder in your mind's eye?
Well, so here's how I see it.
Yeah.
Wilder will go knock out a couple of tomato cans and then cash out against the winner of Fury Joshua. That's what I think is going to happen. I think that's the play.
Couple of tomato cans and then cash out against. Yeah, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Moving on low. That makes sense. JJ Blues, what is the future hold for Deontay Wilder in your mind's eye?
Hopefully less hesitation and less procrastination and more just moving forward and doing something, man. Because not only is his previous opponent and Tyson Fury's previous opponents lining up fights against each other before he fights again, but AB done come out of the shadows, done returned from the forest, done climbed into the ring and became a fighter again. So yeah, I'm looking for him to fight somebody, man. Even if it's a bunch of tomato cans, like Fight Doctor says, just get back in the ring and get your confidence back. Because, like you say, he's going to have to make that weight. It's going to be a while before he gets a shot at anything, bro. So just become you again, Wilder. Do something, man. Quit being two-faced. Quit making excuses, son.
Quit making excuses. Stop being two-faced. Stop talking crap. Stop trying to blame. Stop trying to blame your trainer for spiking your water. What does Deontay Wilder's legacy looks like now? Because I tell you what it looks like to me. Right about now, if he quit now, he's going to be remembered as the boxer who came up with the most excuses for one singular loss. JJ Blues.
Yeah, like somewhere in between a combination of Buster Douglas and Andrew Golota. Just a lackluster champion who at the end of it didn't really do that much. And even worse, shot his own self in the foot. So he's Buster Douglas, Andrew Golota, and Oliver McCall because he's just crying after the fight, bro. Just why?
Dang.
That's gonna be his legacy.
Funny you should mention Buster Douglas, Andrew Golota, and Oliver McCall because all three of those guys have better wins than either Fury
Deontay. I'm glad
Joshua.
you admitted it. They all have a better, credible, actual champion on their resume. Versus
but they have better wins. All three of those guys have better wins than either AJ or Fury.
Who said anything about AJ, Mr. Wilder cheerleader? Put your pom-poms down, man.
Cheerleader. You're the AJ cheerleader. You mention him in almost every other sentence. You're the AJ cheerleader.
And then a tizzy. You gotta bring AJ up.
Yeah, always bringing AJ up, man. Come on, stay on damn topic. It's not AJ Day. It's Happy Wilder's Day. Come on, man. Get in the spirit of things. It's Happy Wilder's Day, the inaugural Happy Wilder's Day. So I'm saying
you do realize, of course, that Wilder's Day is a holiday designed for the Anthony Joshua cheerleading contingent.
Well, you're cheerleading Anthony Joshua more than anybody else. You mention his name every other sentence. So look, I'll try to get to the question again. What is what's Deontay's legacy right now? If he quit today, what would be Deontay Wilder's legacy?
What would be Wilder's legacy?
Yeah, right now, if he quit today, what would his legacy be? What would he be remembered for?
Shaking your cheeks.
Honestly, I think his legacy at this particular moment, if he were to retire right now, never fight again, I think that his legacy right now would be the guy who Fury ducked.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, okay. After he knocked him out. So, when I say, can I play with madness?
There you go.
Now you know why. Now you know why. Would he have a legacy? Yeah, I think his legacy.
Listen. Listen. I would be more than happy to explain. I would be more than happy to explain. Okay, if you would allow.
I don't want to play with madness no more. It's 2 a.m. I don't want to play with no more madness. It's 2 a.m.
No, because see, look, it all makes perfect sense. The reason why Fury is ducking, okay, because it's beginning to look a lot like Fury was cheating in the rematch. And so instead of proving that he isn't a cheat and honoring the contract, okay, because it is a contract in which Fury was supposed to face Wilder a third time. Now, the AJ contingent seems to think that Team Wilder allowed the contract to expire. Maybe that's the case. Maybe not. I don't know. But seems to me that, I don't know, if this guy's going to accuse you of cheating, you should go knock him out a second time and prove.
Just do it again. Just do it again. It's so bad the first time. Just do it again. Come on, man.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Okay. But listen, so listen, this guy, listen, Wilder accuses you of being a cheater. Wilder accuses you of being a cheater. And instead of going and knocking him out again, what do? You duck. You make excuses.
Stay away from the pit of madness.
You just step over him.
Tyson Fury has made every excuse. Tyson Fury has made every excuse in the book to not fight a guy he just knocked out.
Yeah, he just knocked the guy out. You step over him and on to the
Tyson
next.
Fury has made every excuse in the book to not fight a guy he just knocked out. Now, if that isn't a duck,
you just step over him and keep it moving. You on to the next. You don't stagnate like Deontay Wilder stagnated the whole damn division for 5 years, fighting Euro bums, fighting people we never heard of. Where'd you drag this guy up from? Where'd you dredge this guy up from? You know what? You know what the legacy is? You know what's happening now? It's oh happy day. Oh happy day.
Like I said, the guy who Tyson Fury got
ample opportunity. You had ample opportunity to say what you wanted to say. And as a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, we'll have some final words. We'll go for final words from JJ Blues.
Thanks for having me on, Raph. It's always fun to play with madness. Look, I mean, I enjoy it as well. I'm not gonna lie. Happy Wilder Day to the chat and to my boy, the Fight Doctor, man. Everybody have a good night and just take care, man. Fight Doctor, we might get a little head-to-head, might get a little heated going head-to-head, but it's nothing personal, man. It's just we going to what you're saying, bro. And what you're saying is some wild stuff. But it's nothing. It's not we ragging on you, bro.
It's nothing but love. Nothing but love.
Huh? Say it's nothing but love. It's nothing but
love. Nothing but love.
Nothing but love. And
peace out, man.
Hey, much appreciation as per usual. Always good to have you over here. Okay. And so then there were two on this inaugural Happy Wilder's Day. Your final words, Fight Doctor.
So I just want to say to the listening audience to make sure that you keep the chat litty, because right now, whenever we talk about Deontay Wilder in the context of Anthony Joshua, it always keeps Rafi's panties nice and moist. And right now they need a good dry cleaning.
I'm not the magic mushroom man. I don't eat panties, over here in the UK. That's reserved for the ladies over America. I know you got all kinds of different types of people, and you have different customs to we have over here. But strictly, I'm not going to get drawn into my choice of underpants. But I assure you, there ain't no G strings in my drawers cupboard. I assure you of that. But carry on. It's something a bit more sensible now. Come on.
All right. Well, like I said, keep the chat litty so Rafi can go wash whatever. And we need to revisit the whole unified conversation, because there is no such thing as a unified champion. That's made up. There's only one world. There's only one world champion. You can't have multiple world champions at a time. Now, look. So my question is, if you're going to have unified champion, then who was a unified champion when Jack Johnson was the heavyweight champion? Who was a unified champion when Larry Holmes was champion? Who was the unified champion when Muhammad Ali knocked out Sonny Liston? Okay, answer those questions. All right, because it seems to me
that don't make no difference. It don't make no difference.
Because apparently it does. Because it seems to me, I tell you what. If you believe so fervently in this concept of a unified champion, then tell me who was the unified champion when Joe Louis was the heavyweight champion?
Yeah,
Who was the unified champion?
Multiple times. You've asked that question multiple times, but it's not time for questions, it's time for answers. So you go ahead and answer whatever it is you want to answer.
Well, I tell you what, you go ahead and you marinate on that for a while.
No,
right? You tell me
nothing. Tell me the answer.
Questions,
you ain't coming up with no answers. You know, it's time for answers. Come up with the answers. It's the end of the show. Let's have your answer.
Well, the answer to that question is this whole unified champion theory of yours is made up. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as a unified champion. There is only the heavyweight champion or the champion of whatever division. Yeah. One champion for one division. Now, if your argument is that Anthony Joshua is currently the heavyweight champion, then my question is, who did he beat? Right. And if you can't answer that question, you can't possibly pretend as if Anthony Joshua is the heavyweight champion. And if Anthony Joshua is not the heavyweight champion, then he has no title defenses. It's just that simple. Yeah. How do you have title defenses? Wait, but how do you have title defenses?
You ain't got the answer, Sway. You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Are you done cheerleading? Let me know when you're done.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Hey, listen, I know that Anthony Joshua keeps your underwear moist. Okay, and that's fine.
Hey, the only one who got moist underwear is over here is you and your boy. You and your mans. You and your mans over there.
So again, I ask.
Is that how you Americans dance?
So again, I ask.
Is that how you Americans dance?
Tell me who was the unified champion when Jack Johnson knocked out Jeff Wheeler? Okay? Not Jeff Wheeler, but Jim Jeffries.
Answer your questions and wrap it up. Come on, answer your questions and wrap it up. It's the final. It's the wrap up. So wrap it up.
Okay.
Wrap it up.
This concept of unified champion is made up. It's a fairy tale. It doesn't exist. Okay. Anthony Joshua has no title defenses because he has no title.
Yeah, he's the unified champ. Okay, so
he's the unified champion of nothing. Okay, but he's not the heavyweight champion.
All right,
he's not the heavyweight champion.
Okay, come on.
So therefore, he has no heavyweight title defenses.
Come up with your final words, bro. And there's your man's there on the screen. But come up with your final words.
My final words are, stay off the sauce. Okay. Those are my final words. Stay off the sauce. Okay. You can't handle. So you cannot handle.
You can't what? Can't handle what?
You can't handle.
Okay. And my final words to you. Hold on. Where is it? Happy Wilders Day. Okay, so that was the Fight Doctor. It's good to have you over here. You know, we got to play with madness yet again. And all I can say is the mushrooms were hella strong today. Fight Doctor, much appreciation for your participation. And we'll speak to you again very, very shortly. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your evening.
You do the same, sir. Thank you. Look forward to grilling you again soon.
Yeah, okay. I look forward to putting you on the barbecue again imminently. And that was the Fight Doctor. And we got his mans up in here shaking that thing in his, okay. And the inaugural Happy Wilders Day. Okay. So where are we now? Lord have mercy. OMG. Okay. Okay, so in this inaugural Happy Wilders Day, we've managed to play with madness. We play with madness big time tonight. We got we play with madness tonight, and damn, it was crazy. Well, we found out that Tyson Fury's lineal only goes back to 12 months. We found out that the Fight Doctor says that Anthony Joshua is not a heavyweight champ, but Tyson Fury is somehow, or was when he beat Vlad, but at least he conceded that no, that should have been a no contest. So fair play to him for that. But yes, you hear what I say. Anthony Joshua is being consistent. Yeah, he took a loss, but he's His resume is better than that of Tyson Fury's. He beat on the basis that he beat Vladimir Klitschko clean, and Tyson Fury did not. That should be ruled a no contest. If he did have a lineal fight, it was against a legitimate one. It was against Deontay Wilder 12 months ago when Deontay Wilder ducked Anthony Joshua. OMG. It's been fun. It's been fun. He does that too well. The case collapsed when Exhibit A was revealed. The breakfast show. OMG. Okay, so he did say he wanted a baby once. OMG. Okay. So we let Deontay Wilder dance us out. It's been a good one. It's been a great one. And now the Rafi got to go to sleep. And excellent show once again. Okay, so it's the Raphael Dawkins. We're over. It's the Raphael Dawkins on this fine inaugural Happy Wilders Day. It's the Raphael Dawkins. And great to have everybody up in here. We had the on the panelists, we had the fight doctor, we had the J with the J Blues, the Ukrainian dancer versus the twerking. We had the J Blues up in here, and of course we had all of you guys who made this damn thing possible. Thank you for the guys who went the extra mile. Thank you for the guys who took the time out of their day to come over here. Everybody in the chat. Thank you to the guys who went the extra mile by coming on the panel. And thank you to the guys who also went the extra mile by hitting that super chat button. Keep this thing moving. Keep the show on the road. And thank you to everybody who's watching this in the past, the present, and the future. It's been a great one. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like. It's the subscribe. It's the comments. It's the shares. And it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the Welsh Live Show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's the Raphael Dawkins, the Combat Radio. And I'm out. Boom, boom, boom. Blessed.